Welcome back. You're watching Inside Speed. Time now to head to Wakefield Park in New South Wales for the first round of the New South Wales State Championship. And first up, it's Formula V. We're at Wakefield Park for round one of the New South Wales State Road Racing Championships. This is a fantastic series. Here to tell us more about it is Gary Manell.
Well, the New South Wales State Championship's been running for quite a number of years here. It runs in other states as well. New South Wales is obviously the biggest one around Australia. We have 10 categories here this weekend at the first round at Wakefield Park, and that ranges right from the little open wheel of Formula V's right through to the big monstrous sports sedans. Generally, these categories rather, have fields of well in excess of 20 cars. Improved Production, for example, have 55 cars here this weekend. Prod Sports, 35 cars. It really is a big field of cars this weekend. Actually, it's the biggest one here at Wakefield Park they've ever had, so it's really good. In actual fact, people don't realise that at state level, some of the best racing you'll ever see outside of the V8 circus happens at state level.
Let's check out some Formula V action now with thanks to Ken Lingard Custom Spray Painting and IJC Plumbing. Here's the lineup, and courtesy of the win in race one, Ryan Simpson comes from pole. Alongside him, Ben Porter. Then it's back to Blake Simpson, no relation to Ryan. Guy Lingard, Ian Shivers, Gary Joel, Bruce Colby, good to see him doing so well. Then Pearce, Zayn Al Sayed, Gary Ogden back in the driver's seat. McGarvey, Boldy, McLaughlin, Adam Brook, Lee Porter and Mitchell Abrahall further back in 16. Big fields, big action. Ray Folletti joins me in commentary as always. We are underway with the start.
Yeah, thanks Nathan. Thanks for having us back for another great year of Formula V racing. A really good grid of 30 cars and off they go.
The good thing about it as well, over 20 of them are the newer 1,600 very fast cars around the tight layout. We've got some contact further back in the field. That car had a fair bit of air underneath of it as well.
That's Lyle Moyes on the left-hand side. He went airborne. Nathan Pring and Gary Miser involved.
Well, take another look at this here on the replay, and obviously a touch of wheels. Look at that car get up in the back end. Looks like he got run into from behind by someone.
Yeah, I saw Ryan Stott, I think, in the LJ Hooker Men IJ, so just hit the grass, and I think that may have caused the accidents that we saw.
So Ben Porter leads this one early. He has himself an unusual gap. Back then to Ryan Simpson, and I believe a bit of friction between the Porter-Simpson camp. Right?
That's right. They've been running nose to tail, and I think they've probably been a bit too close on occasion, and a few people are a bit unhappy. But it's all going to make out for an exciting year ahead, and I hope actually that we do have a bit of fun and wheel-to-wheel and a bit of banging and a bit of excitement on the track.
We ride now with Ian Shivers as he brings it back down to third gear onto the main straight here at Wakefield. Then a quick pluck up into fourth gear. There is the ex-Adam Proctor Formula V that finished second in the New South Wales Championship last year. He drops onto the dirt and drops back a couple of places, and that car, I believe, Ray, is one of the best cars in the field. Yellow flag is on display, and that would be from that lap one incident between a couple of the guys where we saw a fair bit of air.
That's right. Just go back to Troy Boldy's car. That's the ex-Adam Proctor Haviland car from last year, and also the Joseph Factory car that won this championship 2 years running in second place last year.
Boldy with a big investment in the sport for 2005, owns 2 cars, and I believe also purchased the Transporter off the Proctor family, so going Formula V in a very big way. There is Ian Shivers just ahead as they come down now through towards the fish hook here at Wakefield Park. Very fast, tight layout, and a lot of fun in a Formula V as well, Ray. He loses a spot though to Shivo.
No, actually it's Gary Joel who just got Chivo, and they're probably going through that corner at about 120, flat into fourth through here, and they'll be doing 130 odd down this back straight.
Porter now under a fair bit of pressure from Ryan Simpson as he has a look to the inside, decides to not go on with it. Shivers now back down the inside of Gary Joel and gets that place back, so a nice move from Ian Shivers, who I think is pretty determined this year, wants a very good season, has been doing this for quite some time now.
That's right, he's really pumped up this season. The 3 top drivers from last year, Michael Kinsella has gone to England to engineer a few racing cars there. John Mostyn's in Formula Ford, Adam Proctor's in a combined touring car, Nissan Primera, so some of the bridesmaids from last year will get their chance.
Ryan Simpson now has moved into the lead, so puts Porter further back, and then further back behind that, another one of the growing number of Makos running in the field for 2005. We saw a dabble of them last year, but they're coming back, and that is Blake Simpson. So there's your top 8. Porter from Simpson back then to Blake Simpson, Lingard, Boldy, Shivers, Ogden and Joel. And Gary Ogden is the 2001 National Formula V champion. So that gives you an idea of the class of field when the former national champion's running back in 7th.
That's right. He's just got a brand new maker. It's only his second race meeting, and there he is as he takes one of the places ahead of Gary Joel. So Gary started this race for this weekend, actually, sorry, from the back of the grid. He had a few timing problems, so he's got to make his way right through the field.
So Simpson leads them onto the straight for what will be the second last time, because they're about to get the final lap board on display. Now, I know at places like Eastern Creek it's really not good to be leading on the last lap, but what about Wakefield Park?
No, it's good to lead every corner and every lap here, because the main straight is just so short. This is a thing to do for Ben if you can just do a desperate under brakes at the end of the main straight coming onto the last lap. That's the only chance you've got of winning if you're not in front.
Well, Porter made a very clean move. As a matter of fact, I think Ryan Simpson was almost obliging there with the room he gave him on that corner. So he's back in second place now. Porter, well, there's really only 2 opportunities left for Ryan Simpson now. One of them is down towards the fish hook. The other is coming onto the straight. Ogden gets past Shivers in a very forceful move, and Boldy goes on with it as well. So Shivers losing a couple of spots there. Look at this move. Well, Ryan Simpson has gone down the inside of a very wide bend. Porter I think that was more of a mistake from Porter than a great move from Simpson.
Well, it could be that Ryan's been doing lots and lots of practice, hundreds of kilometres and laps around this circuit during the off-season. I think he may have just outsmarted Ben that one time. He knows the track so well now.
But Ryan Simpson leads them onto the straight. The checkered flag is on display. Does Porter have anything left in the tank? He goes to the outside.
Wow.
You are joking.
How could he do that?
I have never seen a move like that in all my time of watching racing from Wakefield Park. Porter gets the win in an incredible last lap effort from Ryan Simpson, back then to Blake Simpson, Troy Boldy, Guy Lingard, Ian Shivers and Gary Ogden. Lee McGarvey will bring it home in 8th, and the first of our 1200 competitors is Mitchell Abrahall. Ray, that was a great effort from Porter. Here's the replay.
I think Ryan just, he was too careful, too conservative, tried to hold the line tight to stop Ben Porter coming up behind him, but he was just left the door wide open. Ben was on a quick run and he just took Ryan round the outside.
The first Mako Championship victory in 3 years, and a deserving one at that.
Oh, it was absolutely awesome race. You know, all the boys have been working really hard back in the garage to get this car up and for a win. So the other good thing is we had a couple of sponsors out here, new sponsors out here, Farm Fresh and also Bellucci's restaurant. So it's really good. Those guys have come out to have a bit of a look and get a bit of a return for their money.
Yeah, it's a good race, close race. Ben just got me on the start, but I managed to get him back, and he just got me on the last corner, but it was a good race.
About to get underway with the final race of the day for the Formula Vs. You know, these are pretty awesome machines, and Ian Shivers is going to give us a closer look at a 1600 Formula V.
And we have the luxury of looking at a naked Formula V here. Tell me about the front suspension.
Front suspension is actually a VW front end, and it was just converted to make everything look tidy, clean. It's a very simple, exactly the same. Every car is identical out there in the front end. It all works identically. In the newer cars, we have a rack and pinion steering. The old cars had a steering box, which gives a luxury of a lot more direct turn, and it does anything like a normal road car does, but on the racetrack does it just as same. Engines on the newer cars is a 1600 VW engine, and everything's controlled, so that makes that motor basically the same as the next car. You know, very minimal difference between the horsepower. It just comes back down to drivability to make the car work.